I'm Donna Hetzler.
And I'm Sally Smith.
We, just like you, are bravely walking through the dark valleys of life in hopes of scaling joyful summits.
We believe that safe and trusted women are a force to be reckoned with. When we climb together, we can reach the mountaintop.
Many of our challenges come from feeling as if we are stuck while trying to ascend, hiding in crevices, waiting for storms to pass.
Might we suggest that you have a more proactive role in reaching the peaks of your own life?
Let's laugh at the untruths we were taught, from the common religious myths to the lies we believe about our situations and about ourselves.
It is our hope that our time together brings you solace from life's daily drudgery and a bit of lighthearted laughter.
This is a safe place where you are welcome, right where you are, even in your questions and doubts. So rise up, sister. It's time to conquer together.
And we certainly hope you'll say,
"Now that's funny!"
Welcome to another episode of That's Funny. And here's your host, Donna Hetzler. And Sally Smith.
Welcome, everyone.
That was like a slow.
I know, that was a slow clap. Welcome, everyone. That's how we're starting off today.
I know.
Welcome to another episode of That's Funny. We hope you all are doing well. You know, we're kind of on the last of it here, still
Yes.
debunking the myth, never good enough.
Now that's funny.
Because we know that you're more than enough in God's eyes. And so we hope that this episode and the previous of Never Good Enough and debunking that has really helped you tweak your thinking or maybe reframe how you see yourself and, you know, just in a new light. So we did the practice last
Yes,
episode,
we did.
right?
We did,
Jesus
we did.
in the room. Do you remember that? I know it was just a week ago, but Jesus in the room. Where is he? How is he looking at you? What is he saying to you? And that was fun. Did you practice this week?
I did. I tried.
Okay.
I've had a really rough week, so
Yeah.
This might have to be one of those where I kind of take a little pass on that. I tried.
You get, she's taking her
I'm taking
get out
my
of jail.
get out of jail free card.
Wow, fine. Okay, I guess I took one. Didn't I? I took one.
You
a
took one
while
earlier.
back, yeah.
It might have been like early in the episode.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm taking mine later in the episode.
Yeah, see? She does way better than me. All right, I guess that's okay then. I've been practicing this week.
Ooh.
And just seeing Jesus in the room with some of the things that I was struggling with. So one of the things, my challenges this week, was this whole struggle between feeling selfish about some prayers versus it being self-care. So I'm praying for one thing to happen, and I feel like that prayer is selfish.
Okay.
But I also feel like it's self-care. And so I had to picture Jesus in the room. How is he looking at me? And I figured if it was selfish, he'd have been all,
Listen here, lady.
listen here, you're being selfish. But it wasn't. It was very gentle how I pictured him. And it's not like I was like, okay, I'm just going to picture Jesus gentle so I'm okay. I really did like an objective, you know, where is Jesus? How is he looking at me? How does he feel about this prayer? And then I also had texted some of my Bible gals in Florida, and I said, I'm praying these two things. And I said, does the one prayer negate the other? And I loved one of the ladies' responses, and she said, doesn't negate the other. It's God. Anything's possible.
Oh, so true, right?
Right? So it's like, I think we think in our prayer time like in a box. Well, if I pray for this, then this can't happen. Or if I pray for this, then the thing I really want can't happen, you know, and it's this tug of war. And it can be both. It can be both. So that's how I've been practicing it this week, and it's been super helpful for me.
I like that. That's actually a good way to look at it, too, because
Right.
I think we all struggle with that.
Yes.
Self-care and selfishness. So
Right,
I think
right.
that's really good.
Especially as women, because we give so much, and then when
Right.
we want something for ourselves, it's like, well, that seems kind of like self-loathing or, like.
I know, or could I really do this? Or
Yes,
could I really?
is it okay that I'm not
Right.
giving to somebody else and I'm actually praying for me? So yeah, that's been kind of a hard one for me this week, but I found some beauty and some grace and some gentleness from Jesus. So hopefully in this series of Never Good Enough, you have found yourself more than enough and that Jesus has been gentle with you as well.
I
So
love that.
Sally and I have been talking too,
Oh dear.
and we're going to do another practice.
We are. So as
Okay.
you said, we're wrapping up the myth that you're never good enough.
Right?
And as Donna said, we want you to know that you are good enough.
Yes.
But we thought we'd do a little practice today, and again, I'm going to be the guinea pig.
Well, I asked her with the question mark only because, I just want to make sure you're okay. 'Cause,
Yes.
I mean, we're filming and then there's going to be some quiet time in here, so it's a little awkward, especially if, it's you and then
Right.
it's vulnerable if you
Right.
want to share, what we find. So that's why I was like, are you still on for this? I asked you during filming, are we good?
But you always do, like, why don't you pray on this? Which is Donna code word for this is what we're doing. So I'm ready for
All
you.
right, you're always on top of it. Okay, well, this is my little journal from spiritual direction and mentoring that I do, and for the last almost 2 years now, I've been doing spiritual direction, and that might be a whole different, explaining what that is and why I do it and all this stuff. But this is my notebook, and I did an exercise with my spiritual director, and it's an identity exercise. And so I thought, oh, she's rolling her eyes.
Can I take a whole pass again?
Can I change this? And it was very enlightening to me. I loved it. And so basically, my spiritual director did it with me, and then she got it from a book written by Marilyn Vansel, and Marilyn got it from her spiritual director. So I've been reading this book too. It's called Beyond the Enneagram. And, without getting into details about the Enneagram, I think it's just a tool that we can know more about ourselves.
Right.
And it's really helpful. And then this is beyond that and what that looks like. But they do an identity exercise. So I think we're going to just pop right in and do this and see. Yeah, no
Wish me
pressure
luck.
on Sally. Wish you luck. Want me to fan you?
Oh, please, with our pumpkin.
A pumpkin fan.
I'll be right in the center.
Okay, yeah. My perfectionist. All right, Jesus, we are getting serious here. We are, okay. So, this is how you start the exercise, is you are going to make a list of 10 objectives that describe you when you're at your best and you feel good about yourself.
So, 10 adjectives or 10...
Oh, sorry, adjectives.
okay,
Yes, thank
okay.
you.
I'm like, objective. Do you want me to be objective?
Where's my coffee machine? He's actually bringing it. Oh, look at you. You're so awesome. I'm so behind on my coffee. Thank you. Maybe I can... Objectives, adjectives.
Okay,
Yeah.
so 10
okay.
adjectives.
Let me get focused. Yes.
Okay, I'm ready.
So you are going to describe yourself when you are at your best and you're feeling good about yourself. Now, I do want to add this on. If you are watching and doing this, I hope you're doing this practice with us. If you are doing this and it's really easy to do like a list of negatives. It's very hard for us women to think of positives for ourselves. So if you have a hard time really seeing that, just think about maybe what God would say about you as well. So it could be yourself, it can be God, right?
Okay.
But describe when you're at your best and you're feeling good about yourself. So we're going to list 10, and I'll just give you some quiet time to do that while I sip my coffee.
So you want me to write 10 down?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So if you're at home, grab a piece of paper. If you're in the car, maybe think of a mental list of things that describe you at your best. And you can always replay this video and do it when you're sitting still, but I think it's a great practice.
Okay, I've got my 10.
Dang, you're good. Okay, so now you're going to add some qualities that others who know you would say about you.
Okay.
So like maybe me or Shane or Matt or,
Okay.
your family or people who love you. Like what qualities would they say about you?
Okay. Do I have to do 10?
No, you can just do a few that come to mind.
All right.
Okay, you're good. Oh my goodness.
Whew.
All right. Now you're going to just read through that list. And as you read through that list, you're just going to stand back, observe any images that come to mind, and kind of look at it objectively from a person, like him or her. It's not you. Right?
Okay.
So kind of just look at the words objectively and read through your list. And if an image comes to mind, you can write that word down. But what we're going to do is just ask the Spirit to give you one or two words that pop into your mind that kind of relate around here. Now, I don't want you to feel pressured, so your words might come later. So
Okay.
you're not going to have to feel like you have to have a new name, right?
Okay.
This is where we're getting to, is a new name, just so you know. We are going to see what the Spirit is telling Sally for a new name. And so just to give you an idea, like when I did this, to give you an example, my name is Dawn, which means light. And so I wrote a bunch of things about being an encourager and being the light and all these things. And what came to me through the Spirit was shimmering waters.
Ooh.
And that was my new identity. So that'll just give you an idea. But I want you to stand back as kind of looking at it from different lens, like you're looking objectively at another person, so it doesn't feel too personal, so you can clear your mind, let the Spirit give you a word. And we might go a little over, Shane, just because it takes a little bit of time with this, so.
Okay, so do you want me to read these words out loud?
Yes, if you want to share them,
Okay.
you can read them, and then if there's any imagery, that comes to mind while you're reading these words, then you can pop them in. And it's usually something that describes you and then an object. So like mine was shimmering and waters, right? So something along, but it doesn't have to be. So,
Okay.
all right, what'd you come
So I
up
wrote
with?
down some words. I
Okay.
wrote faithful,
Yes.
loving, funny, haha,
Mm-hmm.
awkward, which I take that as a good trait,
Okay.
honest, hard worker, excellent mother, giver, cherished, comforter, listener, good listener, and then again, good mother, reliable, and a faithful wife.
Oh, I love that list.
Yeah.
It's so true.
Right. So those are the words I wrote down.
Okay, so kind of look at those words and just let the Spirit, is there something that pops into mind?
It just always, I think that my lifelong work journey is being an excellent mother. Like
Mhm.
that's
Okay.
what stands out the most to me.
Okay, so mother,
Yeah.
and then anything else, like as you're considering this person, she's like, this person is comprised of all these things.
Uh-huh.
Is there an adjective that would describe?
You know, all I see and all I keep hearing is sitting patiently.
Okay,
So
so
I-
write that down,
Sitting patiently.
Mhm.
Yep. That's all I keep hearing, sitting patiently. That's all I'm
Okay.
getting.
Okay. And read your list again.
The whole list?
Mm-hmm.
So faithful, loving, funny, awkward, honest, hard worker, excellent mother, giver, cherished, comforter, good listener, good mother, reliable, and faithful wife.
Well, if there's nothing that comes to mind, maybe you'll have to tune in later to see what Sally's new word is.
Yeah, I might have to think about this new word because I
Mhm.
have a few things
Right.
going through my mind, but nothing, all I see is me sitting, and I don't know what that looks like.
Okay.
I kind of see me sitting and like a mountain. So
Oh, you do have an image.
I do. Kind of have an image, but I don't know how to put it together. Am I sitting mountain? Am I, I don't know how to put it together, but that's what I see.
So mountain is your object.
Is my object.
Okay, so you can write mountain down.
Okay.
See, we're getting somewhere.
Ooh,
This
ooh,
is
ooh.
cool. I should have had the guys do it back here
I know
too.
we should.
Gotta
Maybe
put them on
maybe
the
we
spot.
could do that another episode. But
Okay.
I see myself sitting,
And how do you feel when you're sitting?
calm.
Okay.
I feel calm,
Hmm.
peaceful. Peaceful mountain. That's what it is. That's my new name. Peaceful
awesome.
mountain.
Isn't it? Well, and the way I see you is like a mountain is this majestic thing that is tough to move, right? It is so rooted into the earth. It would be very tough to move that mountain. And being peaceful and loving and the mother that you are is so beautiful. And so I so see that solidarity in you. So I hope
Thank you.
can
This
take
is, guys, honestly, we did not practice this
No,
beforehand.
not at all.
We literally just did this. And so I really encourage you at home to do this.
Yes, you're making me tear
I
up,
know,
too.
because now I'm tearing up because it just came to me like I could see myself. And
Yeah, peaceful mountain.
Peaceful mountain.
Aw. And the reason we do this is because when you are having those moments where you're like, I'm worthless and I'm, I messed up again, and you're just beating yourself up, you can go to that new name and say, nope, I am shimmering waters. I am the light that moves with God, right? And you
I am
are
Peaceful Mountain.
Yay! I love it. So
I love
fun.
it too. Yay!
So fun. Okay, thank you for trekking with us with something totally different. And I hope you'll practice this. We will ask you on the next episode how that went. So comment, subscribe, like. We apologize. We try and keep it like a short episode,
Right.
but I didn't want to force like a name. So I was like, we'll come back to it. And then it came to you
came to
just
me.
like that. So, all right. Well, keep the faith, sister, and remember that you are more than enough, and we will never believe the lie that you're never good enough. Now that's funny.
From the heavens high above, I feel the touch of his laughter and love. In every moment, tear and smile, God's humor is heard, every step, every mile. Keep walking, dear sister. You've got this.